19 and Trap News Network, you back in the same, like cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content that we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. Make sure y'all get into that if you ain't got into that, man. News you can use, get knowledge, you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with the tap in. If you ain't tapped in with that tap in, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. That knowledge you ain't finna get in college, big dog. Make sure you drop these comments because the best comment between now and 25,000 subscribers will get a $100 cash app. The best comment between now and 15,000 subscribers will get a $100 cash app. So make sure y'all get into that if you ain't got into all of that. And I need y'all to also get into that. Please don't touch my, it got a body on it. Fairy Tales, Man at the Garden, and Boogeyman out now. Make sure you get into that. New single with Break Baby, Boogeyman out now. Get into that if you ain't got into that. I don't know what else I need to tell y'all, man, but I'm about to go ahead and just jump right into this. We back at this loose cannon, Big U Rico. We got Officer Snitch Honey, Officer Love Boys. Big U knew his phone was tapped. He was setting people up. Or was he thinking the LAPD had his back? Let's see what my special ed cousin has to say. And y'all know that we can't never show his content because he be on some weird ish. But let's get into it. Let's go.
Man.
First of all, a question. Why are you over 25? I think the age limit for a shiesty should be like 30. And that's pushing it. But I feel like really 25. After 25, 26, why you got a shiesty on? You a grown man with a shiesty on. But you also a grown man with a weave. So regardless of the fact, we don't trust grown men with weaves. Let's get into this, though.
Like, share, and subscribe. It's getting deep. I mean, if you scroll down the criminal complaint for Big U Enterprise, the RICO, right? It said it got on the wiretaps. Let me rewind time. 15 years ago, he's had a contract with the LAPD when they give you LAPD issued phone. Now, I was with him around that time, and he knew them phones was tapped, right?
We've already established that them phones ain't tapped. It's in the indictment. Like, it's so many truths in this case, you actually don't need to tell a lie. So I'm not sure why he's continuously this lie when it's all good. Lies are hard. Don't worry about it.
Up until, I believe, 8 years ago, they got rid of the Blackberries. 7 years ago, they got rid of Blackberries and used their actual phone and logged in their phone number to the LAPD database to where everyone who works for the GRID program, they send out mass texts.
Why are you just now bringing this up? You've been saying, like, until like last week, you were saying that the BlackBerry was the phone that's tapped. Now you're saying something totally different. If there's so many truths in this case, you really don't need to tell a lie. I'm not really sure why he, you know.
So what's going on this street, this block, what we know so far, what happened, all the details, blah, 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 blah. So Big U knew his phone was tapped. You know what I'm saying? So when you pull up the paperwork and the criminal complaint, which soon to be the indictment, they got him mafia-like crimes on wiretaps on his phone. So it makes you think, like, is he that silly? Or is he too comfortable with the LAPD thinking nothing will happen because he's in bed with the LAPD? Or is he doing it on purpose, get people caught up, knowing these phones are recorded? Like I say, it wouldn't be a RICO if he was by himself. You have the other people involved, you know what I mean? So you now raise the eyebrow like, well, damn, this dude knew his phone was recorded. Why would you talk about anything to anyone or get anybody to talk to you about anything on your recorded phone call? And that's not like he had a brand new little phone, you know what I'm saying, a little flip phone or something. You know, this is his main phone, you know what I'm saying? And to come back to wiretaps is crazy, you know what I mean?
Now, I would say this. All y'all niggas' phones came back from wiretaps, including yours, 600. When it's all said and done, you know, everybody got themselves caught up by literally just talking too much on these social media platforms, talking too much in these interviews, and just talking too much, period. So, you know, just, it's an ugly world, man. It's an ugly, ugly world that we're living in right now.
It's a lot of stuff in the wiretaps. It's a lot of stuff that, you know, that's going to come after they get all the cooperation information from all these cooperates, the people who's picked up because they all got out. You know, and the only reason you get out is if you agree to cooperate. So a lot of people are shivering in their boots. Not only now the whole world, everyone knows who's been dealing with them, that their phones have been recorded. They know this. Number two, they know that that dude is liable to tell on everything because he has to tell on everything to get a minimum time knocked off. So a lot of people are nervous. A lot of people are shivering in their boots. And he deals with people really that he can have dirt on. So, man, it's a lot going on, bro. Like. But I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. If the homies would have did their job 30 years ago when he told Eddie Boy, all this would never been here, bro.
I wonder what would have happened if somebody would have did their job. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
You wouldn't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So let's move forward, right? Brick Baby's calling in saying that this thing is going to be over with. It's going to be cool. You have another indictment and a RICO.
Now, I will say this. Brick Baby got some interesting charges, and the more we learn about Brick Baby charges, the more interesting the situation is for sure going to get.
It's going to be over with soon.
Make sure you guys put out something nice for school. Wear something you've never worn before, please. All three of you.
I talked to Loose Cannon yesterday. He said this thing will be over with soon. How are y'all thinking that this thing is going to be over with soon? Like, are y'all just saying this because to give y'all women hope? Y'all have serious charges. Loose Cannon, we looked you up. They got you under the Hobbs Act. You know what the minimum for the Hobbs Act is if found guilty? 20 years. 42 years old, doing 20 years. And what's 85% of 20? 85% of 10 is 8.5, right? So double that, 17 years.
It's like 18, but don't worry about it. Percentages are hard.
So you'll be 59. Oh, you'll be big U age when you get out. And that's if you just get that. But I don't know, man. But I don't see these guys like, going all the way to the box. I don't see them saying, you know what, I'm going to stay solid, give me my time. And, I see them all pleading out. Pleading guilty. Cooperating, giving up whatever they can to get as less time as they can. You know what I mean? And it's not about who I think is going to tell or do I think anyone's going to tell. Because we've seen the hardest people tell. We've seen the toughest killers, roughest type of dudes roll over and tell. So you just don't know until it happens. You know what I'm saying? You've seen some dudes who you didn't think would stay solid. You know what I mean? So
well, you've never seen anybody stay solid. Obviously, you've never had an example of a solid person, but, whatever. Snitching is hard. Well, I guess in this case, it's really easy. Being solid is hard.
We really don't know. So I really can't say what's going to happen. And they're saying who I think going to tell first. Now, we've seen Big U tell multiple times before and be comfortable.
It's crazy because we watch you tell all the time, but, your business.
And be out here and go to prison. And no one does that to him. So if I had to make a decision or a pick, I would say Big U because he's the oldest and he's done it before. So the other people who we don't know who told yet. They might told who we don't know. They might be like, I don't know, this is going to be a bad look. But Big U has experienced it. Nothing has happened to him before. So I believe he will be.
This is like the craziest run of somebody just happily snitching I think I've ever experienced in my entire life.
The first one to tell, you know what I'm saying? Not just the first one, I believe he's going to tell. I believe that he knows that, you only live so long on this planet, and he's coming towards the end anyway. And he like, I might as well give myself.
And now you're like telling us what he thinks? Ooh, you Miss Cleo?
A chance to get back on the streets because I'm hearing that they don't even have like conjugal visits and stuff like that in the feds. So there is no, because you're married, you get to get some, you know what I mean? There's none of that. So, I don't know. And like I said, I also heard something today to where the type of cooperation they got to where if he has to tell on like 20 like murders, bro, he has to tell on everything, anything and everything, and it has to stick for him to get minimal time knocked off. So I don't know. I know it's a scary time if you've done things with that dude, you know what I mean? If you talked about anything on them phones to that dude, you know what I'm saying?
That's interesting though, because you and WACK both say how y'all have done so much with them. So now I'm kind of wondering, like, if you guys have done so much with them, then why aren't you guys being picked up? Interesting.
You were recorded, and hope nothing that you talked about, came to existence because they're coming for you too. So, they all gonna tell, bro. What y'all think? Like, share, and subscribe.
I think that you're a snitch. I think that you're a snitch. I think that you're a snitch. I think that you are telling. 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 I think that you, my friend, are telling.
Let's get it.
All right, man. We up out here to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. And it's free. Avenue Angel until he's free.